Hey everybody. So it's day 2 of my expedition. It's about 8 in the morning. I was gonna do a real early video this morning, but I really wanted to get up and get going because I had to beat the sun and I had to beat the crowds. So right now I am at Canyonlands National Park. I'm at the Mesa Arch, which is right over my shoulder here. You can kind of see it there. And you can also see just the valley floor below us. So this is an extremely, this is a powerful place. So I got up around 4 o'clock in the morning to make sure that I could get out of camp and get here. And by the time I got here, it was a little before 6. There were already probably 20 to 30 people and a whole tour group. But I was able to get a good spot and I got some good shots. The downside is the cloud cover was such that it really didn't lighten up until much later in the morning, which is why I stayed. And I think it definitely turned out to be a good. I'm really glad that I waited because I got some of the best shots after I was able to move my tripod a little bit once other people started to leave. So I was able to move my tripod to a slightly better spot. I just kind of waited. There's still people here shooting, getting some good shots, but I think I'm gonna pack it up and go. It's really, I can't express with words the sight from right over here. The next stop is Dead Horse Overlook for a view of the other side of Canyonlands. So that's the plan next. Okay, so I'm at Dead Horse Point, which I read the thing in the visitor center. It says that the original, kind of the legend of this location, is that cowboys would herd Mustangs out across this area called the Neck, which is this really kind of thin piece of land. You drive over it to get here. That they would ride these Mustangs over this neck and then take them out to this kind of big point out here and then pick the ones that they liked and leave the rest, and then they would die, normally of thirst, even though the Colorado River is right at the bottom of this point. But it's pretty gruesome, actually. So here's a quick tip. National parks in the United States, you can't fly drones. The FAA just says no, and they're the only ones that can. Remember that. So you can't fly in Canyonlands. But Dead Horse is a state park run by the state of Utah, so you can actually fly a drone here. Just not during the busy season, but as you can see, this is not the busy season. So the view behind me, honestly, there's There aren't really any words to describe it. Okay, so I'm done shooting inside of Dead Horse Park. I have to say, for being Dead Horse Park and the gruesome story behind this place, this may be one of my favorite places on planet Earth. It's just breathtaking. It just is. You got to see it for yourself. I feel so much better. I was feeling a little bit down so far on the trip. This morning was fun, but not as fun as I was expecting. I didn't get all the shots that I was looking for. Last night was a bit of a bust just because there was a lot of cloud cover and there wasn't a great sunset. And I got some amazing starfield photography, but I had to sit there and wait until about 7:30, 8 o'clock to get all those shots. And then once I did, I realized I did not have my headlamp with me, so I was using my cell phone to light my way back. Phone almost died, and I almost didn't have a light to get back. Although my wife reminded me that I have a light in my Apple Watch. I probably wouldn't have figured that out. She's smarter than I am, and that's why I shouldn't go on trips like this without her. Okay, so Next stop should be Monument Valley.